All right. So it's a new year. Yay. And for some reason, I'm sneezing now. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. I just started sneezing. It can't be allergies because it's, 12 degrees outside and there's really nothing to be allergic to other than snow, which we have been doing a lot of plowing. But anyway, I need to get down here and get busy. I got a lot of stuff that I want to accomplish. And I was sitting upstairs and I said, you know what? You're not going to do it sitting on the couch. So I want to get on this John Deere back here. I got a new set of fenders for it over there. They're not new, but they're better than those. So I want to get that stripped down and convert it. But first, I think I want to try and fire this one more time. So I got some stuff to do here with my fuel cutoff wire. I got to hook that to the ignition. And I got to throw the gas tank in it real quick. And throw a battery at it, and I think it'll run. I had it running before. I just want to fire it one more time. Once I get it to fire, I will take it down off the table. We're going to put that John Deere on the table, and I'm going to get that thing gone through and done so it's out of my way. So yeah, that's what we're going to accomplish today. Or at least we're going to try. So the first thing I got to do is find some wire, and we need to hook that fuel switch to the ignition switch, right? Is that what I'm trying to say? I think so. I don't know. Where's my wire? I had a bunch of wire. I don't know where it went. I didn't use it all, did I? Oh, now my nose is running. Good for me. Yeah, this is totally not long enough. Okay, let's see here. I got two of these, and these are going to the ignition cutoff somehow. You know what? I got to figure this out because I need these to shut down. I need to ground these when I'm ready to shut her down, so we got to figure that out too. I'm going to take these two coil wires here that ground up my ignition coils, and I guess I can kind of just I can probably join them together, really. I don't need all this wire here. They're just to shut the engine down. This is what happens when you get in a project, guys, and you have so much going on. I'm sure you guys know. I really don't have time for this, but yet I have too much involved in it to throw it to the wayside, so we gotta do what we gotta do. Listen, this isn't rocket science. I just want to hook these two wires together. I just want to twist them together. This is for test firing purposes only. I want to hear that loud obnoxious exhaust one more time. I got Vern with the camera over there. And I got the mic working to the camera instead of my phone. I think we're finally getting this video thing squared away. You are not like right up in the action, I realize that, but I don't think you need to be. There's not a lot to watch here. So, okay, we got the wire going to the coils. Okay, so when we ground this out, when it does run, we ground it out, it'll shut the motor down. I believe I can temporarily use this wire to go to my ignition. You know what? I don't even know if that thing is hooked. Is that thing really even hooked up? I don't even know if that's got a plunger in it anymore. Let's pull this off and see. Let's get ourselves a pig mat. I just want one, not the whole stack. Let's get ourselves one of these mats. Let's see if this plunger is even on this carburetor. Yeah, no, plunger's not in there. And this gas does not smell wonderful. That's the other reason I want to run this thing, because I did have it running. And I didn't drain the gas, and I should have. Okay, guys. That plunger is not in there, so I don't need to put power to that. Man, that gas smells terrible. Bear with me, thinking. I have my starter. Okay, so the battery's going to go. That's our battery wire. This is our ground wire. This is our fuel hose. We'll put that in there. We will take our battery. Oh my goodness, with the sniffles. We'll put our battery right here. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to temporarily attach that somehow. Do I have a bungee cord? Probably not. I'm not a bungee cord kind of guy. But you know what? Right now is when I need one. We will use some tie wire. I just don't want that battery falling off when this thing starts up. So we're just going to tie her down. Okay, that should hold her there. I like it. And I'll hook up my positive terminal. I'm not sure where I put my bolts. Oh, goodness, with the sniffles. I got to turn that heater back on. It's really cold in here right now. So, you know, adjusting things. There, that's better. Look at me, okay? Look at me and follow me. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Robot Camera Holder. So, yeah. Let's give this thing a whirl and see what it wants to say. Gas doesn't smell terrible. I got some gas out of the carburetor earlier that smelled terrible, I got to tell you. Choke is not hooked up. She's probably not going to fire real easy, guys, so that's to be expected. We're going to be testing our new ignition system here. That seems to be wanting to work. Not sure how I'm going to hold the button and at the same time. What's that look like there in that old throttle area? Does she look like she's going to just start up and scream, or does it look like she's going to idle? I say I crank that down a little bit. On the idle department, just that's all the way off. We're gonna give her we're just gonna crack it just a little bit. There's a little crack right there. All right, so if we pump some fuel and the line doesn't hit the flywheel, I should probably zip tie that. What do you guys think? You think I should put a zip tie around that? I mean, I have some right here. This isn't the first fire up, but it's been so long it acts like the first one. And I just, you know, we want as less problems as we have. I don't even know if have I taken this thing apart at all since the last time? See, I got to stay on a project, man. This is terrible. I think we're ready. God, I hope this thing ain't too loud. It's probably going to be really, really loud. But I did baffle it, so hopefully not. All right, let's stop talking and see what happens. Okay, well, I'll tell you, that sounds a lot better than it did sound. Like, it's quieter. It's manageable now. So, what I want to do, and I recognized here, let's take this belt off because it's not happy. And it's doing a lot of flopping around down here, and I really don't want to lose it. Actually, maybe I can't take it off. It's kind of tight. Let's turn the ignition off so it doesn't try and fire. Is this pulley even? Yeah, that pulley's on. Let's just take this belt off. Maybe. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of smells going on in here. I might want to turn the fan on. Smells are to be expected. I got fresh exhaust, all kinds of what? Excuse me for a minute. Yeah, okay. That's bad filming. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, get some fanage going. Yeah, let's get this belt off. Actually, it's not going to come off because it won't clear the it's not going to clear the exhaust. Very tight fit down there. Now, let's just find a place for it to sit for now. That'll be good. We don't want to run her too long, so because the belt is laying on the exhaust right now, so we won't run her too long. But at least now I can throttle it up a little bit and not worry about the belt flying everywhere. So let's give her another one. She sounds pretty cammy. She sounds pretty healthy. Huh. Got a little pulley rub there. I didn't hear that the first time. Got some pulley rubbage. Well, guys, that was a second run pretty good, right? We do have some, we got to do some adjusting of some things. That pulley's rubbing. The exhaust sounds better. I think it's still too loud. It does sound better. It sounds like before it was really loud. I put a couple baffles in it, just at like 2, and drilled some holes, but I need to try a little harder, I think. Let me try to do a little idle adjustment. I want to run her a little bit more and get her hot, and then we can say it's good. I'm probably gonna crimp off this gas line till it runs out of gas, so there's no gas in it until I touch it next time. She firing on her own or what? You gonna fire on your own, girl? She's a runner. Neighbors are going to think we got a wild bike in here. No, guys, not a wild bike. It's only a lawnmower. Well, now we're pretty smoky. I think I'm going to pull the battery out and drain my gas. You know what? I'll leave the gas in it for now, but I do have to drain it. If it sits longer than this old Deere is not going to take long to do this project. These are the fenders right here that I saved off it. They're a lot better looking than the ones around. The ones around are all rusted out. This has got good paint on it. They're in good shape, so I'm going to slap those on that machine. But yeah, I just wanted to run this. Obviously, I got some belt work to do. I still got a lot of work to do. But I can slap the wheels back on it. I can get it off the table and put this John Deere on there. So that's half the battle, right? That's what I wanted to do, so... We're not accomplishing a lot, but we're accomplishing something. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And you guys can hang out or you can check out or whatever. But I get back at it. I'll get the Deere on the table and we will continue on. Well, if you've seen in the time lapse, before the time lapse decided to shut off, I got this one off and I got that one on. So we can move forward. But you know what really gets my goat? Grinds my gears. And whatever expression we can think about other than that, that has to do with that. If I open this door, it's dead of winter, there's nothing but snow outside. I open this door, instantly piles and piles of leaves come flying in this garage. This is one of them houses where the garage is below the house. It's like I'm in the basement right now, but it's a garage. The leaves just whip around and they come right in. Everybody that's still got leaves anywhere in their yards, they come in that door. And every time I turn around, I'm trying to get leaves out of here. And it's making me crazy. But anyway, we got the old John Deere project up here. And as you can see, we got a little rust issue. All right, I don't know what happened to it. If it was parked in a salt mine or if it was in a pond full of acid rainwater, but that's definitely an issue. I do have another set of these against the wall, like I said. We're going to tear this thing apart, and we're going to put those new fenders on. You probably don't want to watch that because it'll be boring. But if you do, we will video it. All right? So, where do I start? Well, I don't know. Maybe, just maybe, I could start by taking the seat off. Now, in order to take the seat off, see, I got to get in here, and I got to undo all this fancy wiring. All right? You see the seat switch on this vehicle has been customized by customizers. Now, nobody likes the seat switch, I understand, but this is epic. There's a lot going on here. We got the tape to hold it to the seat frame so you don't crush it. And we have the screw holding the switch in, which is genius. And the reason they did that instead of jumping the wires is because, well, John Deere got creative to the average homeowner, and they're like, we're going to make a 4-wire plug out of this, okay? And we're going to put 5 wires in it, and no one's going to be able to figure out how to jump that. So they did a good job confusing people with the 4-pin switch instead of the 2-pin. Technically, I think it's 4-pin because a couple are to kill the engine, and the other 2 are to kill the PTO, which is running your mower, which I do believe is what they were doing. But we got to get that off there. We need to go ahead and take the seat off. And we're probably going to strip this thing down pretty good. I figure as long as I'm taking the fenders off, I might as well clean up in there and do all kinds of stuff. And heck, I might even hit it with some paint. You know what I mean? So, because it ain't got to be new, but pretty's not bad. You know what I'm saying? So, I got 2 bolts here holding our springs on. I got 2 bolts here holding those on. Then we have to come up front here. Pretty much this whole dash assembly has to be unbolted, and that's going to be great because I got to take the battery out and unhook things and do things with stuff. And so I'm going to stop talking and get after it. So don't let me hold you up.